Sorry to hear an echo. I'm just testing the thing. You should know I always do that. Alrighty, here we go. Now, if I remember last time, we're about to enter the class trial. Yup, we're entering the class trial now. We're going to figure out who killed Sayaka, and we saw Junko die because of, Monokuma / Mono Bear. So we need to figure out who killed her. If we guess wrong, we're all dead and the killer gets away. If we guess right, then we get to watch the killer die and, well, live on somehow. Let's talk to everyone.
What?
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a doggone courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Darn, we really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it, hero.
Hey.
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve to step into the future. Don't say that, because I don't like the future we're going in. Let's get started. I'm assuming talking to Taka will advance the story.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her? I can't say, she's gone, so I can't tell you.
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder I can't help but wonder whoever, wait, that sounds bad, wait, I can't help but wonder what? I can't help but wonder whoever killed, that should be, I can't help but wonder if whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now, because I can't help but wonder whoever, that doesn't sound right. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove... sorry about that. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? I hope I did. Because we're all dead if you guess I did it. Or Makoto. Being so insistent, even though you obviously could kill her. Very impressive. Sorry, I know that's not how she talks, but I'm a little tired.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out, you know. So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Naigi's final curtain call. You jerk. Well, are you ready? No. Taka... Wait. Okay, hold on. What's with the monitor? Is it a Monokuma coin? Nope. What about the camera? Okay, no coin. I don't think I can... Yo, Taka, do you see anything else? No. Alright, Taka.
Got it!
Relax! I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that direction. Okay, so how do we do this? Do I go in the elevator? Oh. I guess I have no choice but to get on with this elevator. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey.
Are you scared? No, scared isn't really the right word.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. What do you mean, we will never grip the truth? I don't trust Monokuma. I have to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me that, though. Sayaka's on it. I swear I'll find out who the killer really is. As I raised my voice to embarrass myself, I raised my voice not only to embarrass myself, but to give myself courage. I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Don't get a heart attack. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed behind me, nearly crushing my back, and the elevator started to move. Good thing I don't have a tail. Okay, I know I'm getting off topic. The steel box descended with heavy clunking noise toward the school's basement. Having a Metroid Prime moment where you take the elevator, you look up, and just come on, you just have to have that moment when you're in that dark elevator. Okay, I'm getting off topic. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Who knows?
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further to the bowels of the school. Or the bowels of an evil stomach. Boy. Yeah, whatever he said. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total beep.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Hurry
up now, hurry. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle, and again, I'm gonna try my best to pass this. This is the first time I'm playing the game, so I'm gonna try my best not to mess things up. I still remember a few things from the last two streams, but this is my first time, and I hope I don't mess up too much, because the gameplay for this to like uncover the truth is very wonky, not wonky, but interesting and weird. Trust me, if you're new to this, you're probably gonna have a little trouble, but you'll get to know better the more you play it. But I'm just letting you know, if this is probably gonna be a noobish gameplay, I'm just letting you know. It's probably not gonna be too hard. This is the first one, but it's gonna get harder as I play the game. But oh boy, the seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like this little scene picture right here. It's like, you know how you play those, not Street Fighter, but those fighting games, 3-on-3? That's what that looks like. You choose your character, and then the characters that have their backs turned to you are the characters you're controlling versus the characters you're versing. Sakura and Kyoko versus Leon, Celeste, and Byakuya. That's what that scene right there looks like. I like that scene. Okay, I'm thinking too much. And so the curtain on our first case opened, as well as our first battle. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, and a deadly stomachache. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly problem. I gotta try. A deadly class trial. There, we got to pop my kneecap. Sorry about that. I'm gonna save it. Well, I'll save it here. Oh, that's right. Let's see. What do I do? What am I doing? Monokuma file. Oh yeah, I think this is what you need in order to help. In order to answer certain things. Okay, I'm not supposed to be in here. I'm supposed to set skills, right? This is where the skills come in. So if you become good friends with the other characters, they'll give you special skills. Like, I think I got 2 from spending time with Toko, or was it? Because I spent time with Sayaka, Toko, and Leon, was it? Was it Leon, or was it... I think it was Leon, or was it Taka? No, it was Leon. I didn't feel like talking to Taka. Was it Taka? No, it was Junko. That's what it was. It was Junko. Increased damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Increases bullet capacity. Effective during the bullet time. Costs... I don't really know which one to use. I guess I'll go with these 2. Because I only have 2 anyway. So there's 10 in all, I guess. And open handbook. So I guess that's it. Because... with the handbook, all I have is,
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
I hope I said everything right.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But If you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Yeah, right.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Especially when they know they're gonna die if they admit it. Of course they're not gonna do it.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-debate, yeah. So, as things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Know that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so be careful. If you press the options button during this argument, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, have fun. Yeah, if you run out of HP or you run out of time, basically you're done. You don't want that. So you are time limited, so you can't take your time too much. Evidence of a struggle. Okay, so that's my first one.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
Yep.
And the murder took place in the purple room.
Yes, it did.
In the bathroom.
In the
So
bathroom.
it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I missed. Oops. Huh? Something's off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened in my room. For this first video, we like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? Yeah, that's why I shot at it but missed, because I'm terrible at aiming. That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot / weakness. These weaknesses reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an arm by holding down the circle button. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was and the murder took
In the bathroom, so it seemed the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bath. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, you don't.
No, it's wrong.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Darn right. If there was no struggle, then there'd be no reason to have the cuts and all that on the floor. If she was just getting attacked, period, without even struggling, then you would have seen her body on the floor or in the bed or whatever, but not see much like of the artifacts or items damaged.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Was she? She could have been, but that wouldn't explain why everything... Like, did she go to the restroom and then... I don't know.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
You know, not everybody's an expert, Byakuya.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
It is a real trial, Hifumi. Pay attention. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. I think, well, the knife, it was in her stomach. Remember? The knife? The kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
The knife.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
I'm gonna wait, just to be
How
safe.
could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Okay, so yeah, it was because the object that was thrust inside his stomach. It was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
So
Yeah, it was a knife from the
used-
kitchen.
Without a
Because
doubt.
Aoi
So the
gave us
killer
the
used some random knife.
Aoi gave us the hint. If I remember, Aoi said that the knife was there. She went there before and the knife was there, but then later it was gone when she went back.
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Here we go again.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments.
Okay.
Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Or Makoto's bathroom in his room. But it's best to have evidence for you jump and say he did it, because it could have been just a setup.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Whatever, Leon.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know darn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-step debates. Want to hear more? Sure, since you told me so late. You can concentrate by holding down the R button. While you're concentrating, the time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weakness. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gouge, and if this runs out, you can't concentrate. But the focus gouge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Good luck. Oh, so I can freeze time or slow it down, so I don't, like, shoot and miss it. Aoi's account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining hall.
That's a lie.
And then he
Aoi was
went and
there.
stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
Some way to prove I didn't take the knife. The person who was in the dining hall last night should be able to do that.
So I guess there's no question, but where does that...
Makoto must have did it in secret.
No, Aoi saw me. Aoi was there, and she did not see me there, because I was inside of Sayaka's room all night.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
You guys can read this.
just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Oh, great.
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Oh, so that means if the killer gets away with it, if the killer has a helper, but the one who killed and got away with it was the only one that escapes, the accomplice doesn't mean a thing.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Unless they were willing to just kamikaze.
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rules?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
You're gonna ask her if she's a girl or a boy.
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Uh-oh.
It's unwholesome!
Taka.
But I'm a girl.
Yeah. You gotta understand, Taka. Boys don't wear skirts. She's wearing a skirt. She's wearing a Japanese school uniform.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Come on, yes, she's a martial artist, she's a bodybuilder, she's super strong, has super muscles, she's scary looking like a bear tried to rip her apart, but she breaks the bear, but she's still a female, Taka. You gotta use your eyes.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Oh, Sayaka was there.
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Interesting. Sayaka came into the dining room. Did she grab the knife? But why? Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Sayaka? Okay, is it Sayaka or Sayaka? The pronounce is so off for me. Sayaka? Sayaka? Oh, brother.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Really?
What? See? He did do it after all!
No! You're wrong!
Do explain, Byakuya. How did Makoto kill her if he didn't touch the knife? She took the knife. Oh, let me guess. He's going to say, but you probably snuck back in your room and took the knife from her and then stabbed her. I don't know.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Darn, if I don't do so, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's doomed.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
I think I know what she's gonna say.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
I think I know, but I won't say it till she says it.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Do I? Your first Hangman's Gambit's about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure. As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. Oh my goodness, there's a lot to go on in a trial. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim, then press the triangle, not circle, triangle button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gouge. If this gouge hits 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Game over. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene, but it wasn't. That must be a clue. We can try that. Alright, so here comes Hangman's Gambit. Alright, so aim, just don't H something. Wait. H? Is it hair? Yeah, it's hair. Okay. I was wondering, like,
now
H,
I understand.
What? H, what? And I saw a lot of A's and R's. It must have been hair.
That's right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Right, she used the lynch roller. That's what that was. That's why the lynch roller was so... Because remember when she asked us in the last stream why it was so clean in here? There was hair missing, apparently. She cleaned... well, not... I don't know. Maybe the killer was cleaning up hair. I don't know.
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Oh, okay, so the killer got rid of the hair. Alright. I don't know why I thought Sayaka did it, but no, she didn't. She was the one getting attacked, right? I think, I don't know.
Then that means...
Precisely. it's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
You finally got it.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Of course, Taka.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled to get into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is... Ah, okay. The doorknob.
I got it!
Yeah, the doorknob was broken.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You're up to something, Leon. I mean, you're always the one suspecting us.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about. Oh boy, there's more. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth but on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they say, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gouge will take damage. Now this is important because your influence gouge, yeah, I know, game over. So now this is where they're going to put more than one and trick you. You have to use your own knowledge and figure out which is the right one. So they're going to put more than one, but only one of them is true. The rest are lies, or not. Bad, you'll remember.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yes, it did.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes, she was.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Did he?
Because Sayaka had locked it.
Did she?
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen.
I think
It was you!
the third one is
wasn't
the
it,
lie.
Makoto?
The second one,
Admit it! We already know the answer.
I think locked it might be the one I'm looking for. Because the door wasn't locked, the frame wouldn't fit.
The incident took place in Makoto. Sayaka was first
See,
attacked. She then
that's
fled
true,
into the
because
bathroom.
the
Then the
evidence
killer
was
ran
attacked
after
in the
her.
room.
And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
I don't think
Because
so.
Sayaka had locked it.
Right here. Yeah, because
No, it's wrong.
you don't need to bust the door down. The killer busted it not knowing the reason why the door was locked.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yep, true as true. You know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was took place in his room.
I got it!
Not Sayaka's, his
Killer
room.
must not have realized that it was my room.
Because Sayaka's room, the girls have locks, the boys don't, and because the killer didn't know, and plus, you know what? You'll see for yourself.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Finally, is he out of the clear? Is he out in the clear now? Is he out of the danger? That's what I've been trying to tell you guys.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
Wake up, you dimwit.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
You're an idiot. A hit or miss? You think you're lucky? There's no such thing. You're dead if you don't know.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
So everyone was focusing on getting us thrown. They were focusing on getting Makoto voted, but now that Makoto's proven that he's not the killer, they don't know who did it, so they're confused.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Okay.
Oh, you.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
No.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
That's a good question. When we were investigating, the key was exactly in the room where where the struggle was. But yeah, how did the killer get in? I mean, Sayaka had the key, and the only way to get in is with the key.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
And plus, too, if that ever did happen, then the key wouldn't be in the room, which means the killer would have gotten rid of the key.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
Which is?
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his
Sounds
place.
too obvious right there. Someone says, hello, I want to come in, Miss Sayaka, and it's like, Sayaka, and then they start killing.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
because she asked me to do something in particular, because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... Oh, I gotta remember this. No. Trash duty. I forgot. She said no one would let them in. Let me see. The victim was... No, that's not it. Evidence of a struggle. I forgot. Hold on. Why wouldn't Sayaka let any... There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... Was the... I forgot. What was it again? I know it's not any of these. Is it switching rooms? I think it's this one.
I got it!
Okay, yeah, it was the keys. Okay,
because
I got confused.
Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Because I know it wasn't... It's not the sword, because if she was scared, you wouldn't ask her to hold on to the sword. It had to be the keys, because the key was the only way to keep the doors sealed.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Kyoko. That's an interesting theory. What if her being scared was a big lie? Sayaka has been to me, she's been a big, like, oh my goodness.
Huh?
I feel like that's a big one, that Sayaka she was hiding something.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
What? Come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay, Sayaka?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Where did she find that paper in the first place?
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Okay.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Ah, the little blue thing on the left.
Which means, only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't, but...
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Yep, right there. Then, that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
But who is the one she was getting in touch with?
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Oh, shut up, you filmmakers are 2D and 3D interest.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes, Celeste. Please tell us what you have to say, girl. I'm very curious. Very. It's killing me.
Very well then. Pay attention.
I know, copying her is really difficult because I'm not a female, but, you know, her voice doesn't sound Japanese. It sounds like French to me. It sounds a little French. Oh, what do you have to say, Celeste? What do you have to say? dorm nameplates.
Sayaka ended in a note, the place they were asked to come to. It specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that
That's
way.
right, the nameplates were switched, remember? When we investigated, both nameplates were switched. Makoto's room was Sayaka's, and then Sayaka's was Makoto's. Okay, so it's either this is correct. I think it's the second one or the third
one. The place
one.
they were asked to come to. It specifically says my room.
Yeah, my room. So
if
she
someone
walked
read that note,
into Makoto's room, which was
then they
under
would have gone to
Sayaka's name,
Sayaka's room.
but it was Makoto's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying.
That's a lie right there because Makoto was in Sayaka's room, while Sayaka was in Makoto's room, and the dorm plates switched.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
Yep.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Exactly. So whoever read it entered Makoto's room with Sayaka's nameplate.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had this switch was Sayaka.
I got it!
The killer didn't do it because he
Me and
didn't know.
Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
Yeah, because we know we didn't do it. It couldn't have been the killer because it wouldn't make sense because the killer would only switch after the murder, but it happened before. So Sayaka did it herself. I knew she was up to something. I knew it. That girl could not be trusted.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Yeah, that note. She was luring someone. She was luring someone for some reason.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
Good question.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
You sure?
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Did the killer strike Sayaka by coming in? Because why would Sayaka invite them and then the killer would attack? It makes no sense. Because the only way someone would kill someone is if they were threatened. Because, I mean... I understand the videos freaked everybody out, but I mean... I'm not gonna lie.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Something about this seems a little baloney to me. Like, the killer wouldn't just attack Sayaka for nothing. There's gotta be a reason to.
Yes, I think you're right.
At least I think. I know this is a video game, but come on, you're just gonna kill because you feel like it?
We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
Yeah, after you sucker punched me across the gym, you darn bully, Mondo.
It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Right there.
I got it!
The gold paint.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Because remember, Makoto touched the gold paint the gold sword, and he got gold paint on it, or glitter paint.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
I keep calling it paint, but you know, it's gold paint.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room, and what led to Sayaka's death, that's all we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about. Oh my goodness, what now? Are you getting used to the non-stop debates? Sort of. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong one, you'll take damage to your influence gouge. You can press L1 to rotate the cylinder to choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the L1 to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold L1, then use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the lock difficulty is set to kind, few bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purpose in this game, the logic difficulty will be set... For our purpose this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean? Well then, good luck. Really? So I put it on... Wait. I put this on kind. Yeah, kind is normal, but they put it on mean. Replica, kitchen knife, and... Okay. Replica sword sheath, kitchen knife, and a replica sword.
When the fighting broke out...
Okay, I just want to test it.
Grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And he killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Hold on, what? If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Yeah, because if... Hold on a second, I'm gonna plug my computer in. 1 second, guys. yeah, correction. I had to my hands. Sorry about that long wait. I hope that didn't affect the timer.
When the fighting broke out.
Anyway.
The culprit grabbed the sword.
I think the second part might be it.
That's when the first blow was dealt.
The first one.
A sword-based sneak attack.
I'm trying to think. I think she used the knife first and the sword.
So she tried to fight back.
Let me see. The second one.
She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in her leg.
But then the culprit took that from
might
her
be the
too.
second one because if she used the sword, she would have gotten gold paint on her hand, but she didn't have gold paint on her hand. It was on her wrist. If the person so really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Alright, I might make a mistake here, but I think it's the replica sword sheath.
And that's when the first blow was dealt.
I think it's the second one.
A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke
If
me
not,
my
I'll go for the
Zono's
first
wrist.
one, but I think it's the replica sword sheath. Because the sheath, if I recall, was slightly damaged, was damaged too. Oh, that's not it. Darn it.
Shoot.
Okay, that hurt. Alright, that was a bad move.
Broke out. The culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt.
Okay.
Sword-based sneak attack.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
Okay, that's because if Saya got attacked with the sword, she would have had gold paint on her hands, so I messed up on that one. Alright.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Because it couldn't have started with the kitchen knife, because the kitchen knife would have been there, but it was in her stomach.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Exactly. When you fight, you don't use the sheath unless you're just trying to knock someone down without killing them.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
And the gold paint on her hands, like in her palm, not on her wrist, or not on top of her hand.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too.
No, because how did the killer get the killer get the kitchen knife if Sayaka's the one that had it first? Aoi just explained that she was in the bathroom, the dining hall, and she took the knife. She was there. Didn't she take the knife for some reason? So how did the killer get it if Sayaka had it first? Hello? Taka, you're not getting that part.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
You baka.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows she never used the sword? If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would you have touched? Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right?
Duh, because again, if she used the sword, she would have had paint on it. And plus two, there would have been signs of her using it.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
The gold would have been on her palm if she had touched it, but because they're clean, and even if you try to wash it, there would be traces of it, so she never touched it.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Paint is not easy to remove off your hands.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
With what?
Sorry, but I don't think so.
If it happened at 1:30 a.m., the showers and all that turned off, remember?
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Toko, shut up.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Saya washed the gold cooling off her hands because the water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Phew!
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Kyoko, why is it that you take showers? Never mind. We did not need to know you didn't take a shower yet, girl.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have to have been... Wait. The one who damaged the sheath would have had to been... Oh, wait a minute. I messed up. Wait. No. Sayaka. Oh, I'm so bad. Ay. I'm not thinking. Darn it. I messed up. I got tongue twisted there. Sayaka. I'm sorry.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
See, I thought they were asking who used the sword or the sheath. No, who used the kitchen knife? Sayaka. Not the killer. Sayaka. Who took the knife? Sayaka. I thought he was gonna say the sword. Who used the sword? That's why I said the killer, because I'm thinking that Sayaka tried to attack the killer, but the killer grabbed the sword sheath and blocked it. But because otherwise, why would the killer go for the knife anyway? Like there was no one did anything unless Sayaka threatened him or her or whatever.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Yep, Oh, so Sayaka did it. Sayaka attacked. I had a feeling. Why did the killer walk in the house or in the door? So Sayaka was trying to kill someone?
Oh, now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Nani?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Assailant? Is that another word for assassin or something? Or crime spree? I don't
Which
know.
brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Wow, the way she said his name, Makoto. That's interesting, not Makoto. That's a very interesting tone. Sayaka, okay.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
That stinking... I knew she was up to something. The way she was acting she acted like she was, being kawaii towards Makoto. I knew there was something odd about her. That could have been the answer right there. She would pin her on Makoto and get away like, I had to do it.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
So wait a minute, if Sayaka did get away with whoever she lured, and would Makoto have told the truth or figured it out in time? I don't know. I feel like that it would have been over for Makoto if she had succeeded. Or he would have been a big pickle to have a broken heart or just to have a broken soul.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Basically, a pop singer versus a guy who's lucky, and luck is just a word.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
She could have.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now! Come on, hurry up and decide who did it! Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Basically. Is it really all over? Obviously I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go. Really? What? Are we losing or what? Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Well, there's the number.
Die!
Shindali.
If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
I think it's the first one where it said we're all out of clues. Yeah, the number.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide, but there just aren't any more clues, right?
Oh yeah? We got one more clue.
No, it's wrong.
The message that she left when she was dying. The dying message.
there still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dining?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah, her left index finger.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
A message or something?
What?
No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
You mean like H, or... If you count that very, very thin line in the middle, that could be a N, maybe? I don't know.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Oh.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Okay, so it's a message.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Hifumi, stop it. Seriously, stop it.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
The other ones might be letters. Darn it, it's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it. I think, let me see. That 1 could be an L, that 3 could be a E, and the 0's an O? L-E-O-N. Ooh! Hey! I see!
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Oh! Oh!
Huh? You just shot past the clue part
We know
who
who did it! Oh, dude! Oh, dude, why did you do it?
Whose name did she write?
Yeah. It's... Who else is spelled L-E-O-N? Who else other than Leon? L-E-O-N. You're busted.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
A name that she wrote down because she saw you do it, buddy.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were.
Yeah, her body was she was on the verge of passing over, so she had no choice but to write like
that. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Everyone's cursing today. I understand Mondo, but now you're coming out with it, Leon.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
Oh, the trash, remember? That burned up white sleeve might be from his clothes, because almost everybody, all the males almost have one.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The crystal ball. The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Because there was blood on it, remember? This one.
I got it!
This is what he was trying to get rid of. That's why there was blood left
The
on
burnt
it.
shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
I already got it. I know what's going on. But I'm not gonna say it.
Are you finally
Not
starting
yet.
to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get this done. The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention in order to figure out who's responsible. How it was disposed, because obviously he took it in the garbage can.
I got it!
Yeah, how it was
Look
disposed of.
closely at how the shirt was disposed of.
Because
We should be
when
able to figure
where
out
is
who the
pointless.
killer is.
Because it was disposed of in the trash duty. When doesn't matter. How, we're about to find out. Where, in the trash, well, we already know because there was a clue.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Oh?
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
That's you, stupid. No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. That's what proves that Leon's the real killer. I know how he did it. I know how he did it. Yup, the shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
No.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
That's a lie.
Which means the only possible
Don't think he's
suspect
going.
is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was...
You.
Huh? Me? No!
As much as I would... There's absolutely a way to use the incinerator without using the key. Yeah, I know how he did
The
it.
key to the trash, whoever was on
That's
cleaning
not
duty.
it.
So the only one who was the person in charge of the...
No.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No, you don't have to get closer,
No,
because
it's
you
wrong.
found a way.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
No, you could.
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Like a baseball. The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way. He threw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Yeah, the incinerator was on. It wasn't supposed to be.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Okay, so he threw the crystal. I bet you he threw the crystal ball, turned the switch on while the crystal ball shattered, balled up his shirt, and threw it in the incinerator. But that one piece fell out because it didn't burn up with the rest.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
Bet you that's how he did
All
it.
you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. if the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
Yeah.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Not for you, because you're the ultimate baseball player.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Wouldn't be much of a challenge at all for the ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon? Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
You can easily just throw the ball because you're the ultimate baseball player. You can easily make that. Ultimate means you never fail with it. So,
a target
obviously...
30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Oh, I know what's coming up.
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
I know where this is going. This one may get tricky for me, but after what they all said, you have to piece them together so you can explain exactly what he did to Sayaka.
But all the questions have been answered.
And you're going to be doing this within every trial, so get used to it.
Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Yes, let's hear it. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the X button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, time to close this. Climax interference, huh? Well, I love the music to this part. So anyway... Alright, so... The killer comes in, Sayaka has the knife. Oh my goodness, she looks scary. And let me see. I believe... okay, so these are the items. Okay, so... Okay, so it starts off with this one, I believe. He walks in, comes in, hold on, how do there we go. So, she attacks him. Alright, so let me see. Okay, so right here, he backs away, he turns his face he backs into the sword. Sayaka's coming in with a kill. He swings the blade, and after hitting her, he did this. He knocked it out of her hand. He broke her wrist. Oops. See? He hits her. Wait, no, she already dropped the knife. Like there. What? Okay, so I'm assuming this one right. Okay, but what about here? I'm confused. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's get this on. Oops. This, right here. She attacks, he blocks it. He attacks back, hits her. After that, he holds the sword. Sayaka's, in trouble, so she runs for it. She runs into the bathroom. He tries to unlock it, but can't. Sayaka's back, on the other side with her wrist broken. And then, let me see. Right here. The killer tries to open the door, but can't, because he doesn't know about the trick. Let me see. So he comes in after breaking the door, gets ready, stabs her, and then, basically after stabbing her, she put in the, right? Dying, evil laugh, she's dead, and now he has to get rid of the evidence. Now he comes out, picks this up, and then, yeah, he takes this, the crystal ball, he then throws it, hits the machine, or it throws like that. By the way, in Japan, when they read their comics, it starts from right to left, while here in the US it's from left to right. So that's why that's why I'm reading from the right, because in Japan you actually read comics to the right. You read any anime, mangas, or actually manga comics, they start from the right, not the left, just in case you're wondering. Anyway, he throws the crystal ball, hits the switch, it comes on, the incinerator comes on, and he gets rid of his, he gets rid of the shirt that's bleeding, or that has the blood on it. However, he thought he got rid of the evidence, but he didn't, because the last piece, the last piece was not gone. Because it fell off and it landed right there, so I think I got it right.
The killer is
so
you!
Here we go, let's see if I got it right.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Okay, that's correct. He walks in.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Seriously, that face of Sayaka's scary. I mean, it makes you wonder what she would look like if you actually saw her commit a crime. Yep, he backed away, he backed into the sword, blocked it, like that.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
Then, he slapped it on her wrist.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Yeah, I almost made a mistake there. So, yeah, he smacks her with the sword and then that happens. She runs to the bathroom.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
Why am I explaining it? Let Makoto do it. Sorry. I'll just let Makoto tell you.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace that had ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator bin, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
How did the killer know that, about Hiro's crystal ball again? Did Hiro open his mouth and say something about it? And plus, too, he said it was in the he lost it in the laundry. So how did the killer get it? I don't get it. Maybe I don't remember.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, That'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
You're done, Leon. Game over, man. Game over.
It would appear that hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right?
Oh, okay. That's how he knew about the crystal ball.
Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
Right, because the water's turned off at night, so that means you can't use the washing machine or slash the laundry. You can't wash your hands, wash up, shower, nothing. So when he tried to at least get it to work, he saw the, okay, that makes sense.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence?
We gave you the evidence.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Really? I have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Oh, what? Not this one. This is what spooks. This one I don't understand. Sometimes during a classroom, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB, by the way. Okay. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. So, am I supposed to push the button on those circle things? Those tempo markers are those circle things, I'm assuming? Press the X button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Wait, so I'm supposed to press the button on those white orb things every time? Am I supposed to do that? Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this one's gonna probably mess me up a bit, because this BTB battle's gonna... This one I'm not good with, like, they said hold on. Let me go back, let me see. Let's see. Sometimes, we like to refer to this, during the BT, you want to destroy your opponents, match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen. So I have to push a button with each tempo marker. So far, okay. And they say press X to lock on. And then triangle as the tempo marker reaches the center. So destroy the statement you've locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the center. What? Oh, okay, so it says destroy them you've locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the center? Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Oh, I'm scared. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. And at that point, you can press the triangle button to shoot down the truth word like any other statement. So I'm supposed to press any button with the tempo, and then they said lock onto a statement, press triangle. So what does that mean? Like, okay. And I know if I keep missing, it'll go down, and that's gonna hurt. Destroy the statement you've locked on with the triangle as the tempo marker reaches the center. So it says press the X button to lock on to an opponent's statement. So that means each statement he says, do I push the X button to destroy it? Like, do I have to press it? Refute their statement as fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your fluid count reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Yeah, peer pressure me more. Okay, so I'm assuming I have to press a button to keep the tempo going. And then when I see his whatchamacallit, I'm supposed to push X and then... Oops. That's not what I wanted. Well then, good luck and have fun. No, I will not have fun. This is the one part I don't like about the game. Like this right here, the BTB, battle time, whatever it's called. Battle time, bullet time battle. I don't like this. I don't like this game, this mini game. I don't like it. Destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. I'm assuming those small squares, I have to push a button, and then it says press the X button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked on with the triangle button as the tempo reaches the... So my guess is that if I want to destroy a statement, I'm supposed to push X, and then when it comes again, push triangle while keeping the rhythm going. So maybe I'm supposed to deal damage while doing it in a rhythm, like Parappa the Rapper. So I guess I have to do this to deal damage to them, maybe. And if I keep missing, it goes down. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. Wait, each button. Am I supposed to put... So I have to push... I can't push the same button? Oh, I'm scared. Okay, and then I press triangle to deliver the final blow.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws?
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
You and your father.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon's the killer. I need to figure it out. I really don't want to do this. The moment of truth. I don't want to do this.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid!
Okay.
You lie! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me?
Oh no.
Not a chance! It wasn't me!
Oh my goodness, I did
Where's
it!
Your proof?
This
should prove it!
Okay, I got it. Okay, so I just have to push, I can push X, and then when they appear, just push triangle to shoot them all at, okay.
The screws on the bathroom door
I didn't like it though, the
removed.
tempo was going too fast. I got nervous right there. I wasn't even paying attention to his health. I was just trying my best not to lose the rhythm. Okay, but I got it. Okay, so if you just play it, you'll learn it instantly. Okay. Whew, that was scary. I thought I was gonna mess up. Like, I thought it would take me 4 or 5 tries, but I got it instantly. Parappa the Rapper, your game saved me.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
So he probably had his own, maybe?
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
His own.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
And he just says the word baka over and over and over.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? The screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
Oh, somebody's about to have a mental breakdown.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Bye, Leon. Not bad. A rank, baby. A rank. I did mess up a few times, but I'm glad everything worked out. Cause like I said, that BT bullet time battle was the one that was gonna mess me up. Oh my goodness! I got 79 medals. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys are kind. What's a mistrial? Oh, I got a trophy. Not from concentrate. Another trophy. Got 2 trophies.
Looks like
from
you've
that.
reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well, we already know, but let's see for anyway. Or see anyway. It's... Yes, it was Leon. He killed Sayaka. But sadly to say, he did it because in self-defense, because Sayaka was trying to frame, Makoto. Uh-oh. Looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Hold on, please. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a monster. What in the world is wrong with you, you beast?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed. It's as you guys said in your little story. She attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
So, that's why...
That's why I killed her first. She tried to kill me. So it was harder for you to block it, hit. I guess the fact is, after you broke her wrist, you could have just pinned her down, walked out the door, knocked on everyone, said, "Hey guys, Sayaka tried to kill me," and then locked her up, and you could have saved yourself the trouble. But I guess for some reason, or you could have ran away and then said, "Hey, Sayaka tried to kill me." Or, you could have knocked on everybody's door or something. Oh wait, it's soundproof; they wouldn't hear. No, because you could hear them knock on the door. You could have done that. I don't know.
None of you are any different!
Wrong, Stefan, you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
It was just...
unlucky. That's all.
We're the ones supposed to be unlucky. Makoto's the unlucky one.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? It doesn't work like that. This is baloney. I was forced to, but now I'm gonna die for nothing for defending myself. Everything's become very clear now. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about it, honestly, I'd be better off if we were wrong. Basically, you'd be better off if we were all dead than to make this decision. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind... It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in that video. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I couldn't even imagine. So basically, Sayaka didn't want to lose that dream. Like, she was determined to do whatever it takes to get back that dream, even if it meant taking a life or sacrificing. Killing Leon, blaming on Makoto, and escaping to get back to her team. She did not want to lose it. She was willing to sacrifice someone. How evil. But it's not her fault, because to live the rest of her life and ignore her friends... what could she do? She didn't want to probably, but had to, because it was something she did not want to lose. I was wondering, like, when she made that face in the early streams. My goodness.
Why?
The one thing that was more important to her than anyone else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. Yup. Just right there. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
that was a lie. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Told you. Like, the minute you said, oh, her scent was beautiful, her scent smelled good, you sounded like one of those guys who would stalk her because of her charm. Of course, it was a lie. That was so obvious you can't let that fool you. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy, howdy! The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's descended into pure madness. What did you say? Phew. I understand, really I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right, Makoto? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop messing with... Wow, that's a horrible... Stop messing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault, Monokuma. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But...
That's enough.
That's enough. Wait, I did it again. As angry as I was, Kyoko lashed onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise. Oh my goodness, Kyoko, you're that strong? Like, the minute she grabbed you, it was like your arm was coming off.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Turn it! That was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. I thought that said whooping, no walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment?
Uh-oh.
You mean execution?
Wrong tone. You mean execution? That would have been a better tone.
Wait a second!
No! I didn't have a choice! I had to kill her!
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? Sadly, Celeste has a point. When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I wrong? Yeah, as I said, she locked herself in the bathroom. After you broke her wrist, you could have ran out and called everyone and said, Sayaka tried to kill me, and you would have at least avoided being executed, but you went back to kill her instead because you really wanted to get out.
Do you understand?
You had any number of you had... That's a spelling error. You had any... I think that's... You had many. You had many number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's the... No, seriously, dude, you should have just said something versus... Like, you broke her wrist and she was stunned and couldn't move. I mean, they could have tied her up or at least locked her away in her room or something, and preventing her from hurting people. Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not, Makoto? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you not understand? I can't say Leon's solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him! Swaha? If it weren't for you, this would never have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We just shouldn't. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh. Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you, Makoto? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly...
Chills!
Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star. Yeah, this is sad, because Leon, well, kinda sad, but,
No!
Let's give it everything we've got time!
No!
Oh boy, here it comes. Execution scene. Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Oh, what punishment he's gonna receive? Ooh, I don't like the looks of what he's in. Huh? Oh, something grabbed him. Oh, a chain has him around his neck. Ooh, that's painful. Oh. Huh? Is that a Gatling gun or something? Oh. Uh-oh. The 1000 blow. Oh! Oh no! No! Oh my goodness! Oh! You're going to Gallon baseball him in the oh my goodness. It hurts. Those hurt. Oh, that's messed up. Oh my goodness, Leon. You shouldn't have died like that, dude. Oh, Leon. He was killed by his favorite talent. Oh, man. He's dead. Like, oh my goodness. Wait, now the blood is red. Or I think it's red. And look, they're all standing there like, wow, he just got hit by 1,000, close to 1,000 baseballs in the chest, like everywhere on his body, even his poor face. Like, he literally just took a gallon and just went. Okay, I can't make the noise, but no mercy. Oh my goodness. I know it's just a game, but you have to hope that Leon did not feel that after the, like, halfway through. Like, his body he just stopped at the end. That's just a painful death. That's too much. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else do we call it? All kinds of things.
Extreme!
Woo-hoo! Extreme! Man, my andro... What is that word? Adrenaline? Was it adrenaline? I can't pronounce that. Adrenaline? I can't pronounce that. Adrenaline? Whatever that is pumping right out of control! Yeah, what he said. What's going on? Leon was killed by a baseball Gatling gun, Toko, and it was horrible to watch.
I can't take it.
I can't take this anymore. Don't wet yourself, Chihiro. Chihiro, hold it in, please. Don't wet yourself, poor girl. Don't wet yourself, please. You look like you want to pee right now. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Do we really have to keep going like this? This isn't right. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Just hold it for a little bit. Where am I going with this? Don't ask me what I'm saying. It just looks like that's what she wants to do. I just can't take it.
Well,
hey, if you don't like it. All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. Remember? Either stay here for the rest of your life, or follow the rule and maybe succeed. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, you! Why the are you doing all this evil to us?
what the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm dark, awful, secret society type of guy. You're worse than that.
Say what?
Oh, in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear.
Well...
So are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't seem to make much sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit there.
Dude, shit.
You piece of garbage. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your booty right into the ground. Must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree, bucko. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this same place. Well, yeah, there's no there's like, it's a school basically. It's a prison school. They can't get along. Like, You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here together? Forever?
What does this mean?
What are you saying, Monokuma?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
Hey.
When you said everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I had to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. Ta-ta! And just like that, he was gone. Oh, right. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Oh, boy. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all just too scared. Scared of being alone. Are you sure? Scared of being alone or scared of being killed? No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, may I speak to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something you must know. Oops. I didn't know she was going to actually say that. I already know. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured that out. Kicking in right now.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial... It says I told you before the class trial began. You had to figure out the mystery of this case by yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that. I hate to say it, but I sort of saw that earlier. Like, I foresaw that because of all the way she's been so cold. The way she was just acting so soft towards him. I mean, I know female girls or characters do that, but when they do it too often, you know they want something or they're up to something. So it was kind of obvious.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she was laying dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. We wouldn't know. I mean, there's no way we could know about that if she's dead after all. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her because, well, she's passed over to the afterlife.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Infer, not inferior, infer. Her final thought was how she could protect you. What? Nani?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. That's true. After she stabbed, or she was dying after being stabbed, she could have just left herself to die, but knowing the fact that everyone's going to blame Makoto, she did not want Makoto to suffer, so that's why she left that message there, to save him. So she basically regretted what she did, but the only way she could stop it was by making that message before her death. Makes sense. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe. But I feel like she could have just did that to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's a possibility, probably. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone. Or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Well, I have to say, if Sayaka didn't start the killing, who would've? Because, I mean, everyone was trying their best to find a way out, but everything was barred in. I mean, if Sayaka didn't start, someone would have started. Either Leon, maybe even Byakuya, Celeste, even Toko could have started. Because if one of them would have snapped and just said, fine, I'll do it in secret, and it's like, it wouldn't have been Sayaka, but... Why are you telling me all this, Kyoko? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Hey, don't forget Junko. I don't know if Junko was our friend, but we can't forget her, because she died too, remember?
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? That's... I could never do that. No. I'm gonna carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like this? Leon, Sayaka, Junko, I'll carry them all with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. Good luck, because they're gonna be in the deep, deep back of your mind as you get older, buddy. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road, huh? Well, I have high expectations for you, and this ought to be fun. And she said that she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, that. I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have a pretty good intuition. Get out of here. Don't copy Sayaka's stupid line. Oh, come on. It worked. It was sounded so dumb with her, and it sounds so dumb with you, Makoto. Don't be so stupid. I'm surprised Kyoko didn't slap you. The end. So 3 students have been killed. Sayaka was murdered by Leon. Leon was punished through execution. And Junko was killed by Monokuma. So we're down to 12 students. We got the despair bat present. I don't think anyone would want that. Yeah, there was 15 of us. So 3 minus 15 is 12. So we only have 12 left. Yeah, we'll save it. I'll just make one is the loneliest number. Wait, my room's cleaned up. Hey, I found a coin. I have 91 now. Sweet. Found another coin. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get a lot of presents with these coins. And Makoto doesn't feel like doing anything. And I can't go. Let me see. Can I check the door? Yes, I can. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us. Oh, I almost forgot. Since the class trial is over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay, no need to thank me. Just to see your delighted smiling face is enough to thank me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. Or can it? No, it can't. I wonder how he moved it. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's death. Oh, now you're gonna mention Junko. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream. But I have to accept the reality of it all. I headed back to the dining hall to meet with the others. Sorry I'm late.
So,
Hey, are you okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was just about to go to get you and drag you back here. Shut up, Taka. Sorry. So what happened? Was your room fixed up like he said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotten corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on.
Jeez Louise, that's messed up. Why would you even say something like that? That's gross. My room was spotless. There was nothing left in there. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be it must be tough staying there, knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? Well, staying there with her scent still hanging in the air, that would hurt too much. Plus, I decided I can't turn away from her death anymore. Makoto. Hey, cheer up. Getting depressed isn't gonna help anything, right? Yeah, easy for you to say. If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here. That's what we said before 3 of them died.
You got it!
So everyone just try and cheer up and get back on track? Is that honestly supposed to make us feel better? How pathetic.
Huh?
What? Huh? We were already working together, yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one could happen or take place. Yeah, but because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody'll have a reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. It'll be over it'll be over while you're in the real world very quickly. Working together, fighting a common enemy, like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean, Byakuya?
Are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than we ever expected. Or suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced. They are providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk, as we all could be burned to a crisp.
So then,
what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
No, please don't say that.
What?
No, what? Say what, boy, girl? Don't ask why I keep saying boy. I don't know why.
I can't take it.
I don't want to live if it means killing someone else to do it. I just don't. I don't want to kill anyone else. It's horrible.
Huh?
Anyone else? What are you talking about, girl?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves.
But...
So,
if we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead? Is that what you're saying? So basically, you would rather just die with everybody else than to just watch someone die from your actions. That's a pretty risky one. Like, it depends, I guess. I mean, if you don't want to kill anymore and you want to, well, the problem is, how would everyone die? Like, what if he lied and said, "Oh, because you didn't do it, I'm just gonna torture you"? I don't freaking know. Too sick to even think. That isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it would seem.
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist. Chihiro, listen, Chihiro. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, not Sayaka, not Junko. The mastermind's responsible for everything that's happened. We didn't have a choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at that monster. Bing bong ding dong ding. And it's time for bed.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
I'm never gonna use it's prohibited, not forbidden. Oh boy.
Oh, and one other thing.
Oh?
It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did.
He's gonna rub it in their face again.
See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide.
Yeah, we know. The surveillance cameras are everywhere. You're basically spying on us even when we're sleeping.
Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear, so be well aware of your actions. Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite.
What was that just now? Was he saying it was our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man. No longer in party I forgot to switch the I forgot to turn the party chat off because I forgot I was Hold on, you guys can hear me in this game, right? Okay, yeah, you can hear me. I forgot to turn the party chat off when I was playing Overwatch, didn't I? Whoops, but it just disconnected me due to a network error. So it did it for me. Whoops, I forgot to take that off. Trust me, this is why I basically don't stream too much on Overwatch, because if I hit the party chat, unless I know some people in the group, I don't usually talk, just to random people, because who knows, because sometimes you might run into those toxic players, and, to stream and to talk is not my style. I mean, I only talk to react, I don't talk to, talk and play, that's not my style. Anyway.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of garbage, who does he think he is? And so the day drew to a close. A tense matinee day that just saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun. Chapter 2, Boy's Life of Despair. What in the world? Who's that? I saw Byakuya. Now who's the other one? I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay, lift your arms up and down.
Oh, now what's he doing?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now reach way up and bend way down. Tighten those muscles. Let's add a little strength, a little speed to those young bodies of yours.
Doesn't this feel just great? Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure to stay healthy. If I was stuck inside my house, fine, but if I'm stuck in a school, no. You're the one keeping us stuck inside, you freak. Don't sweat the small stuff, that's my motto. Whoa, that sounded pretty cool just now, don't you think? No. Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in... writhing agony for? So, why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't to just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise? Hey! If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, you will uncover the secret of Assassin's Fist. Passed down from generation to generation in the Empire of Darkness. The power can be yours. That sounds like the kind of junk a middle schooler would come up with, you ask me. It doesn't matter, just get to the point. Did you really call us here just to try your exercise?
Hey,
Of course not. You think I have that kind of free time on my hands, you idiot? Okay, so what then? I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome a class trial, here at Host Peak, a whole new world opens up to you.
What the heck?
A whole new world? Are you trying to refer to Aladdin?
You guys?
I'd be really... No, never. I'd really suck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to simulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD. Add an AD8. What does that mean? I don't remember. I gotta keep you motivated, you know?
Very.
So go ahead, look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode. Go, go, go. With that, Monokuma disappeared, leaving us even more confused than when he showed up. But a new world?
Could it be...
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely.
Piece of shit!
Well, we don't know till we look.
Hey.
Whatever he meant, it seems we'll have to search the school one more time.
You hear me?
Okay, then let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet back up at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that?
Got it!
More like a staple food source. Now let's get moving. Seeing as where they're sitting, everyone's scattered and left the gym. Oh. Okay, well, you know what? I'm stopping the stream here because it is 3 a.m. and I do not want to yell any louder than I